every day them get up, them look on TV, them read the newspaper, them want to see the truth. But them can't see the truth. Because the truth will not be found there. That is why the man said this revolution will be telepathic.
They raising a bunch of fucking snitches. They making movies about snitches. Alpo movie. Alpo's a snitch. American Gangster. Frank Lucas. He's a fucking snitch. Nicky Barnes. He's a fucking snitch. Why are they making movies about snitches? Why there's no movie about Wayne Perry in DC? Why there's no movie about Atulu Shakur and all these motherfucking niggas that's locked up doing life, man? They promoting snitching. They want niggas to snitch on each other. Fuck snitching. We got other things to worry about. Let's snitch. Alright, you want to snitch? Let's snitch. Like right now, I'm snitching on the government. I'm snitching on the Illuminati. I'm snitching on the military. I'm snitching on the fucking religion. I'm snitching on some real shit. I ain't snitching on my brothers in the streets. Fuck beefing with all these street niggas. Hey yo, we need to get together and fucking go at the government, son, the military, all these motherfuckers that's corrupting our minds, our brains, the Food and Drug Administration, Hollywood, you name it, healthcare, everything. Everything is connected. It's all crooked. They got this whole world fucked up. They got our minds fucked. Knew about all that shit. Why you think they murdered that nigga? It wasn't no rat war. It wasn't because he jumped that nigga Orlando. No. That's a motherfucking lie. The government killed Pac. The feds had something to do with it. They set that nigga up. And they had something to do with Biggie getting killed too. And then they tried to make it look like a rat war.
Alright, man, stick on it, but we still gonna make this video. This ambush, this adventure, this custom, I don't need not too many diamonds. Don't get it twisted.
This new trend of artists getting inverted crosses tattooed on them is getting a little out of hand. NBA Youngboy just shared his new tattoos, and honestly, I feel bad for him. He literally got tattooed help on his chest, and then there's this demonic looking figure to the right. Is this not a cry for help? Check out what he said in one of his older interviews.
I ain't clean. I'm terrified of people. I am very scared of people. Like on my kids, I'm terrified of people.
Move, bend, say, don't break, don't break.
Yeah. Nigga just left out the ocean, you heard me? All you old evil ass hoes, you know, all that shit y'all had on a real nigga, you heard me? Oh, bitch. Bitch, I'm back, bitch. Hey, bitch, I'm 10 years younger, bitch. Bitch, I can eat a nigga whole dick. You heard me? I'm out here.
It really too early for this shit, bro. He just say, good morning.
Minimum is dead wrong for this. Bro, it's no way. It's no way. The jeans is cool. Look at the ass out, man.
Andrew, Dave Goggins, guys like that, they're the ones who are really pushing men to be accountable as men. The world right now is trying to like soften us. Back in the day, kings and whatnot want to stop an uproar or uprising. They'd kill all the fighting age males.
First thing the Romans did when they conquered the Greeks is kill all the warriors, all the fighting age males.
Make them feel emasculated.
You leave the soy boys and the bitches, and then you can conquer it. Done.
of liver failure. People don't know that. Drugs like Lortab and Oxycontin and these other drugs, they're all combined with acetaminophen, which is Tylenol. Then you're overdosing on Tylenol without knowing it, and so that's why so many people wind up with liver problems that take pain pills. They could make pain pills without the acetaminophen. How about that? And then people wouldn't be frying their liver. But that's big pharma for you.
You mind taking the Illuminati hood off him? Yeah, but are you sweating, my nigga? Yo, my nigga is sweating. How do you feel about being here, man?
Blessed. No Illuminati, no devil stuff. I'm blessed.
So, explain this. This is one question I got for you. When you say nigga, a lot of people are assuming... Nigga! That's got to be racist. There's no way.
So I'm watching Name That Tune. What happened to Randy Jackson? Because, hold on, let me just show y'all. Who is that?
And it's all going down for charity right now. It's time to play Name That Tune.
Especially with this guy, it's Randy Jackson and the Name That Tune band.
I think it's gonna be a hot one tonight.
Who is that, y'all?
So, do you want to meet tonight's celebrities?
Who is that?
It's
I know I'm not tripping. I am not tripping here. That does not look normal. I am so sorry. Maybe he got sick. I don't know. And I'm not here to pass like judgment on anybody. That's not real. My eyes, I know what I'm seeing. There's just no way. I'm literally at a loss for words because that does not look real. I'm telling you right now, that is not real. And I know what I'm seeing right now. And I know I'm not going crazy. Like, I can't, I'm even nervous. Like, that's bad. I feel nervous. I literally turned this on. It was like, what the hell? What? Am I like the only person that's seeing this? Because am I going crazy? Like, I feel like I gotta go to sleep. This is crazy.
These 3 countries will literally pay you to move there. The last one is my favorite. Let me know I got my bag ready. First place is called Alban in Switzerland. They will pay a family of 4 up to $60,000 to move there because they have a declining population. That's crazy. What's next? Number 2 is Presice, Italy. This beautiful small town is looking to pay people up to $30,000 to move there. Why would they do that? They have an aging population problem. Now, before I tell you this last one, make sure you follow me for more money hacks. Come on, man. You already know I am. The third place is the Greek island of Antikythera. Wow. This beautiful island only has about 50 residents. If you move there, they'll give you a house, a piece of land, and $600 a month for 3 years.
This is the weird thing about Giza, my friend, is that there are things that have gone underground in Egypt that, for whatever reason, Joe, is just off limits to the public. There's something called the Osiris Shaft, which is located directly under the causeway between the Sphinx and the Second Pyramid. And it goes about 100 feet underground. It's carved out of the limestone bedrock. It's the creepiest place I've ever been in my life. It's disturbing.
Why is it disturbing?
I don't know, Joe. Well, there's human bones in there. I stepped on it. I didn't even know.
What?
Yeah.
That's the shaft right there?
Yes, that's the entrance into it, and then you go straight down from there.
God, look at the line of people.
Yeah, you got to pay $2,000 to get in there.
Litter floating around.
It's everywhere.
Potato chip bags. Really?
So that's the first shaft. So it's 3 different shafts, and you go down, and here's where it gets, this is the crazy part. When you get to the 3rd level, which is completely dark and freaky, there was a side tunnel. Zahi Hawass himself, there was a documentary, it was either 96 or 99, he went down there, and he's standing in front of this tunnel that went sideways, and he says, it's yet to be explored, and I don't know what's down there. And I'm thinking, the hell you don't know what's down there? Like, you never walked down there? But Joe, they've since sealed it up. It's like cinder blocks, they sealed it up.
What?
Yes! There's
what?
Swear to God.
Why would they seal it up?
That's a really, hey Joe, I really want to know that the answer to that question.
Do you see this man right here? This is why they want to take down TikTok. So listen closely to what he's about to say, because you're not going to want to miss this.
L-theanine is found in most green and black tea and has a number of potential benefits, especially for people with ADHD and OCD. It has the potential to help with things like intrusive thought, improve focus and concentration, reduce anxiety and stress, improve sleep, improve on your mood, and overall cognitive function. I would invite you to give this a try if you suffer from ADHD, OCD, even insomnia, as this can be used as an alternative to melatonin.
So he's talking about the benefits of L-theanine, and you can see some of them here. But like he said, this can help improve relaxation, reduce stress and anxiety, and even improve sleep. And again, as he mentions, this can help improve focus and energy, which can be really helpful for people with ADHD and OCD. And the craziest part is if you pair this with other complementary brain boosting supplements like huperzine A and alpha GPC, not only can this be helpful for reducing stress and anxiety, but this can help boost awareness, alertness, focus, and overall brain function. If you're wondering why you've probably never heard of these before, it's because Big Pharma cannot profit from prescribing these natural supplements, so they'll give us things like Adderall, which can have some pretty terrible long-term effects. So if you want to try a potent blend of all three of the natural supplements that I've mentioned, you can grab yours directly on our page.
Time goes by so slowly. Time goes by so slowly.
The Book of Thoth is considered to be one of the most powerful and sacred texts in ancient Egyptian history. It is believed to contain secrets that are beyond human comprehension, and only those who possess true wisdom and knowledge can unlock its secrets. According to legend, the Book of Thoth was created by the Egyptian god Thoth, who was known as the god of writing, magic, and wisdom. It was said to be kept in a golden box in the inner sanctum of the temple of Horus at Edfu, and only the most highly trained priests were allowed to access it. The Book of Thoth was believed to contain the spells and incantations necessary to communicate with the gods, control the forces of nature, and even achieve immortality. It was said to be divided into 42 parts, each of which contained different spells and incantations for different purposes. It is also believed to contain great knowledge of ancient Egypt and its secrets, including the true names of the gods and the secrets of their powers.
You don't need food, you need charging. There are many different ways you can charge the body, like grounding and standing next to trees. You are a biological battery. When you feel quote-unquote hungry, this is not hunger, this is the body getting rid of toxins within the colon. It's important that you fast, because when you fast, you regenerate your cells after 3 days. This is real food. Humans possess trichromatic vision, which means we are literally attracted to seek color. Our brains are wired to find electromagnetic, colorful food, not dead, rotten flesh. Hue means an attribute of a color. Color is light. We are light beings manifested into physical form. You need to eat electrical food that will charge you. This is why you get charged in a court, because you're a biological battery. And when you get charged in a court, you sit in a prison cell, a battery cell. It's not a coincidence the word veganism rearranged is saving me. The power of language shapes our perception of reality. By employing more neutral terms on our food, it makes the food more palatable to eat. Rotten milk is cheese, dead flesh is called meat, and a pig's bottom is called ham. If we used the true terminology of these products, we would not eat them. We live in an electromagnetic world, people. You need electromagnetic food. Link is in the bio for the Book of Wisdom paperback. There's limited stock and there's worldwide shipping.
These people can take those chemicals and put it in dog manure and make it taste like chicken McNuggets. Right now, we could drink strawberry soda, artificially flavored, and we read the ingredients on the can. We're not gonna find strawberries as an ingredient, but it smells like strawberry and it tastes like strawberry. Why? The chemicals. The chemical capital is in New Jersey. Chemicals for your ice cream, for your burgers, your cakes, for everything. These people can take those chemicals and put it in dog manure and make it taste like chicken McNugget.
It sounds like a plot from a movie. Police are trying to unravel the true identity of a mystery man.
Time travel. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, when in fact it could be more of a reality than we think.
Scientists now claim time travelers could use parallel dimensions to visit the past.
Police say that it is possible that this guy just has a very active fantasy life, and that it might not be something more nefarious than that.
It was this picture from a security camera police used to identify the man accused of stealing.
It's under investigation what the true motive behind this is. We are exploring his mindset and any possibility that mental health played a role in this.
The one thing police have not been able to figure out, the person's identity.
It was a shock, not only to the public, but to investigators too.
We received startling information from the state lab regarding the presence of an unknown male profile.
The DA says they are still conducting multiple DNA tests. They won't say where investigators are in the testing process.
Here's this mystery person.
No one knew who he was.
A big question mark
back in time
a case
and
like
unidentified.
Investigators aren't losing hope they'll one day put a face to a man who so far doesn't show up in any missing person database anywhere in the country.
So you may have seen this story in the news. Well, like I was saying, I'm absolutely fascinated by your story, and I'm sure I can speak for everyone when I say this, but I'd love to know more about the future.
You're better off not knowing.
What's that?
I said you're better off not knowing.
Not knowing what?
You said you wanted to know more about the future, and I'm telling you, you'd be better off not knowing.
Why do you say that? Would you be open to doing an interview with me?
I'm really not trying to do interviews. Stuff like that.
I completely understand, but I really believe you, and I believe your story. I just feel like your perspective on things would be important to probe, and the things you know must be truly incredible. Would you please just give me a few minutes of your time for an interview? Great. I appreciate it very much. I'll call you later this week to schedule a good time, okay?
Yeah, that's
fine. If you had any idea what you were breathing in right now, you'd be wearing a mask too.
Why is that?
I already told you. You're not going to want to hear this stuff. There's nothing good about it. How old are you?
42.
Yeah, see. You'll be long gone, way before this stuff starts to affect anybody.
What do you mean?
People's health rapidly declines over time. It's basically unstable and unfit conditions for the next 90 years from now. You see, by the 2080s, everything changes. Over 1 billion people die as a result of it. And that's just in a 20-year span. Practically everybody born after that point is born with high levels of ionized metals in their bloodstream. And that's one of the main reasons our immune system is so weak, and that's why I asked you to turn off your cell phone. The amount of radiation that comes from your cell phone is enough to make me feel extremely sick. I get chest pains, headaches, vomiting. The amount of radiation coming from your devices. But you guys just don't have any idea. The average lifespan by the 2080s is around 40 years old for men and 50 years old for women. That's all because of the radiation. It gets better. It takes time. By 3010, things will start to look up. but it'll always be a problem. Probably a problem we'll never fix. It doesn't matter.
The official report is that Sebastian, the man from 3036, could not be identified by any official documents whatsoever. It was verified by officials that his name, or at least the name he's using, has never been in any previous databases. This guy basically has no records at all. So that's a pretty good.
Homes were completely done away with by the 3000s. Pods they're like homes, but a lot smaller, airtight, sealed. They don't affix to the ground. They use magnetic technology. So basically, you flip a switch, it locks. You flip off the switch, it unlocks. And this is done for transportation purposes. Robots are primarily used for labor positions. AI, which you have already started to implement in your time, but we use on a much larger scale.
The first story I read about you were arrested for stealing food. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was the first day I got here, actually. I wasn't aware of your customs here yet. You see, in the future, things like fruit, water, some vegetables, they're free in the marketplaces. We have what's called nourishment centers, where basically you're allowed up to 3 items at no cost. And fruit, you never have to pay for. So it's just a simple misunderstanding, really. Oh, and water. I still can't get over the fact that you guys pay for water.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
All
Hey,
right.
thanks for having us. You mind if I come in and use your restroom? It's been driving for a long time.
Come on.
Will you just give me everything in one big crash course, more or less?
One big crash course, huh? Yeah, okay. There's gonna be several major wars. There's gonna be a world war that will change many things for your lifetime. It's gonna be between the US, refuse it. They live beneath the cities in the abandoned tunnel systems. They're oftentimes referred to as the ones below. They refer to themselves as the believers, but to everyone else in society, they're known as the beneathers. They don't live long at all. They all live to about 40 years old.
Why do they die so young?
Nobody can live outside for years and years at a time without proper care. People need masks and respirators outdoors at all times. The air quality in my time is so poor that nobody can live out there for long. And that's why there's no more houses, and everybody's required to live in pods. Pods are the only kind of living quarters that can protect us from the air pollutants.
Would you be willing to allow us to x-ray that chip in your hand so we can get a visual of it? We paid for it, of course.
You don't believe me, huh?
No, I'm not saying that at all, but visual proof of it would obviously substantiate your claim.
Set it up.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
What's the population in 3036?
The world population?
Yeah.
Just over 2 billion people. You know what? You might actually be here when the big blackout happens. How old are you again?
42.
So you'll be in your 70s by the time that happens. You might want to check out before then.
What's the big blackout?
The big blackout, if I'm not mistaken, happens in December 2052. Basically everything goes dark for upwards to 5 years. The internet, the power, it all gets disconnected on the account of what's called terrorists. But many speculate otherwise. Anyway, 5 years, it's turmoil, riots, you name it. It's pretty much one of the worst of times. It takes them upwards to 20 years. We've got large areas, hundreds of miles, thousands of miles, all designated to wind turbines, reflective mirrors, and solar panels. It's one of the few remaining jobs left for residents, but it's also the most dangerous. When children are first born, they're assigned partners, which are called caring ones. These are basically small robots that monitor the child for health conditions. The caring ones are assigned with children up until the age 16 when they're legally able to have children. At times, the caring ones can be assigned for longer durations, whether or not the children have mental instabilities, health issues, and other underlying conditions. These caretakers, or robots, are also allowed to detain civilians or residents as well. They read to the children, they teach the children, they basically do all of the duties of a parent, and it's done like this for a reason. From birth, we're taught that these robots are just as important as your parents or siblings. There are no more schools like you know them to be today. Children are taught with AI. We're taught at a young age that all residents are equal, none being more important than the other.
Just like Leon Rito, a teenager from Chile, he claims to have been a victim of a haunting for some time. Nights filled with loud bangs and creepy cackling echoing from the floor below became routine occurrences. Scared out of his wits, Leon Rito tried telling his friends and family, but no one believed him. One night, stirred by strange noises in his room, he decided to capture the evidence on camera, pulling out his phone and hitting record.
Son las 3 de la mañana. Hace 3-4 días fácil que no puedo dormir. Se escuchan ruido por toda la casa y no sé qué hacer. Yo no creo mucho esto, no me da miedo, pero no sé. Grabo a 5. Ahí está. ¿Quién carajo anda ahí?